Mau Mau Uprising, Kenya's fight for freedom. Jambo, and welcome to our channel, where we explore the rich tapestry of Kenyan history. Today we're delving into one of the most pivotal moments in our nation's past, the Mau Mau Uprising. Picture this, it's the early 1950s. Kenya is still under British colonial rule, a system that has been in place for over half a century. The fertile highlands, once the ancestral lands of the Kikuyu people, are now known as the White Highlands, occupied by European settlers. Meanwhile, many Kenyans, especially the Kikuyu, Embu, and Meru communities, are confined to overcrowded reserves or forced to work as laborers on European-owned farms. It's in this atmosphere of discontent that the Mau Mau movement is born. The term Mau Mau itself is shrouded in mystery. Some say it's an acronym for Mzungu Adi Ulaya, Amerika Apeyu Huru Swahili, for let the foreigner go back abroad, let the African regain independence. Others believe it's derived from the Kikuyu phrase for oath-taking. Whatever its origin, the movement's goals were clear: land reclamation and political independence. Central to the Mau Mau was a secret oath-taking ceremony. Participants would swear allegiance to the cause, vowing to fight for freedom and reclaim their ancestral lands. These oaths, often involving ritualistic practices, bound the members together in a sacred pact. In 1952, the simmering tension boils over. The Mau Mau launch a series of attacks against colonial authorities and African loyalists. The British colonial government, caught off guard by the intensity of the rebellion, declares a state of emergency on October 20th, 1952. The British response is swift and brutal. They launch Operation Anvil in 1954, effectively placing Nairobi under military siege. Suspected Mau Mau members and sympathizers are rounded up and placed in detention camps. Villages are relocated, creating a massive displacement of the Kikuyu population. While many are detained, others flee to the forests, particularly the Aberdare Range and Mount Kenya. These forest fighters, led by figures like Dedan Kimathi, wage a guerrilla war against the colonial forces. Armed with homemade guns and traditional weapons, they stage daring raids and ambushes. The conflict is marked by atrocities on both sides. The Mau Mau are known for brutal attacks on loyalists and settlers, while the British forces are accused of systematic torture and abuse in the detention camps. The true death toll of the conflict remains disputed, with estimates ranging from 11,000 to 90,000 Kenyans killed. A turning point comes on October 21, 1956, when Dedan Kimathi, the symbolic leader of the Mau Mau, is captured. His arrest deals a significant blow to the movement, though pockets of resistance continue. While the British ultimately suppress the Mau Mau uprising, the conflict fundamentally alters the political landscape. It becomes clear that colonial rule in Kenya is unsustainable. The pressure for independence grows, both within Kenya and internationally. The Mau Mau uprising, though controversial, is a crucial chapter in Kenya's struggle for independence. It forces the British to confront the realities of colonial rule and accelerates the push for self-governance. On December 12, 1963, Kenya finally gains independence, with Jomo Kenyatta, who had been imprisoned during the emergency, becoming the country's first president. Today, the Mau Mau fighters are recognized as freedom fighters in Kenya. Their struggle reminds us of the high price paid for the independence we enjoy today. As we reflect on this complex and often painful history, we're reminded of the words of the great Kenyan author, Ngugi wa Thiong'o: to control a people's culture is to control their tools of self-definition in relationship to others. The Mau Mau uprising was, at its core, a fight for cultural survival and self-determination. Thank you for joining us on this journey through a crucial moment in Kenyan history. If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and share. In our next episode, we'll explore the life of Mekitili Wamenza, the Giriama heroine who led one of the first rebellions against British colonial rule. Until then, kwaheri and tutaonana tena.